Hey, what is the crack, guys? I'm the Minyon from Allcast Irish Gamers. Definitely check us out on all our social medias, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. But right now, it's Minyon's Recipes time. Number 9. The Chaos Dragon deck. Now there's going to be more Chaos decks, but this is the Dragon version. So yeah, my Chaos Dragon deck. Now, I like Chaos cards. I've always liked them, all the way back to when Chaos Hibernation Dragon first came out. But this deck mainly revolves around Chaos Dragon Levianeer. Super good card, 3 decent effects. If you summon them using all 3 as light monsters, you get to special summon a card from your graveyard. If you special summon them with a light and dark in that kind of mix, you get to destroy 2 cards on the field without targeting, so super great monster removal. Or if you summon him with, using all dark monsters, you get to remove a card from your, or you send a card from your opponent's hand back to their deck. I mean, he's just an all-round great card. Going first, going second, it doesn't matter. Just top card. Now he can't attack the turn he uses his effect, so remember that. But come on, he is just so underrated card. Definitely one of the main pinnacles and top cards in this deck. Now we also have the Chaos Emperor Dragon, Envoy of the End, in here. Very easy card to summon. Remove a light and dark monster from your graveyard. That's the current theme. And you get to special summon this guy. Now he can only activate his effect to send all the cards to the graveyard and take 300 for each card sent from your opponent at the cost of 1000 life points. But it's still very effective. You can summon him, you can get the attack in, and then you just can't use any other monster effects that turn. So long as you're going for the attack, you can still use his effect. Just so long as you don't use any other monster effects or card effects that turn, you can still use Chaos Emperor Dragon's main effect to send everything to the graveyard, take 300 from your opponent. It's a game ender move. It really is a game ender move, but it's all about timing. Now, back in the day, he was a lot better. You could do it in the same turn you summon him, and it's just game over. They did it with the Yatagarasu combo, and it was the most hated combo in Yu-Gi-Oh! Ever. You just wipe the board. You send Sang into the graveyard, Sang gets a Yatagarasu, you attack, and once you get that first attack in, your opponent can't draw any cards. The Yata lock, epic move, completely banned, never going to happen again. Yatagarasu is never going to come off the ban list, but Chaos Emperor Dragon, game ender. But in order to utilize cards like Envoy of the End, you need to set up your graveyard. That's what Dark Flare Dragon is in there for. He allows you to send a dragon from your deck and from your hand to the graveyard. Great way of setting up your graveyard. He also allows you to remove a monster from the graveyard, which could also come in handy, but it's not his primary effect. Divine Dragon Apocryph, super card. It's just a simple normal summon. You discard a card from your hand, and then you add any dragon monster in your graveyard to your hand. So it's a great way of recycling. You put the cards in your graveyard, you get them from the graveyard to your hand. Bingo. And it's very, very versatile. Effect Veiler, because you're gonna need hand traps. You have to have hand traps. It's just gonna slow your opponent down. It's gonna save you a turn. If you use the right hand trap at the right time, you just shut them down. Super effective. Galaxy Spiral Dragon is one of your main combo pieces because he's so easy to summon. Once you have 2 monsters of either light or dark, or a mixture of the 2 on the field, he can special summon himself from the graveyard or your hand. Now he comes in defense mode, but that's okay. We don't mind that because his effect is very, very good. He will turn all your face-up monsters into level 8s, therefore allowing you to go into one of your Exceed summons and just wreak havoc. So he's a very easy card to summon. Get him out on the field, and it's a hard once per turn, so you can use other copies to do their effect. But yeah, such a good card for starting off your combos and getting a good Exceed monster out. More hand traps, because I mean it's Yu-Gi-Oh! In 2020, why not? Hibernation Dragon, you could go with more copies of him in there. He'll just be another combo extender. You summon him, whether it's normal or special summon, he gets it special summon level 4 from your graveyard. Light Pulsar Dragon, it's just super easy to summon, same summoning conditions as Chaos Emperor, except you can also summon him from your hand or the graveyard, except if you want to special summon from the graveyard, you discard the 2 cards from your hand. Just a great way of setting up your graveyard, really. And when he's destroyed, you get the special summon level 5 or higher dark monster from your graveyard, so that links into Dark Flare Dragon, or if Chaos Emperor is already in there, you can special summon him, so long as you enter the proper summoning conditions first, so be cut out by that. Nebula Dragon, another great way of setting up 2 cards on the field. He special summons another level 8 from your hand, negates its effect of course, but you've already got the 2 level 8s, that's all you really wanted. You go straight for your Hieratic Sun Dragon, and it's on like Donkey Kong. I mean, once this guy's on the field, it's just a case of activating his effect, and he can just nuke everything. So, 2 cards gone, 2 cards destroyed, and they're wide open for an attack. Now, I've also got other cards in here that might help you out in a bit of a bind, like your Nibiru, the Primal Being. If you're against combo decks, you gotta be running Nibiru. He's just a game ender, he will shut them down right there and then. Oh yeah, this guy, what a card. He allows you to Starlight Seyfried, or whatever his name is. He is great because he will allow you to rotate cards. You'll discard whatever level monster in your hand to add the same from your deck. Just top card, great for rotating. It's also got a graveyard effect that'll really come in handy. Burial from the 3rd dimension is just a super way of getting your cards that are banished back into the graveyard and allow you to either retrieve them or they can activate their effects again. So really effective card. Called by the Grave, you gotta have in to counter trap cards or hand traps. Card Destruction, another good way of taking out hand traps if you have a good feeling they have them. Card Destruction, their hand is gone, they gotta start all over again. So great for moves. Foolish Burial. In this day and age, you gotta have Foolish Burial in this deck, because this deck is all about setting up your graveyard. So you put Galaxy Spiral Dragon in your graveyard, now he's able to special summon himself, or you can use your other cards to try and rotate him out. Monster Reborn, Monster Reincarnation, get the card back to your hand. So Foolish Burial, great combo setup. Trade In, you gotta have as well. It's super for putting those level 8s in the graveyard, and you get to draw 2 cards for it. And don't forget, with the sheer abundance of level 8 cards in this deck, you're not going to be short a card to discard with Trade In. So that's why it's a valuable card. It's in there. You could go for Allure of Darkness or something, but because it's a mixture of light and dark monsters, it's just too unreliable. So Trade In all the way. Twin Twisters? Why not? I mean, back row destruction is essential, especially for a deck like this where you don't really have a lot of monsters that will destroy spell and trap cards, bar your usual Nightmare Phoenix and whatnot. I've yet to use the Synchro monsters, but it's like I always say, they are a great option to have in there, because you never know when you might need to get 3 monsters out and just wipe them. Trishula is brilliant. Hieratic Sun Dragon, like I said, he is your go-to once you get Spiral Dragon on the field, because he can just turn all your monsters level 8, Sun Dragon on the field, clear their defenses, direct attack. I mean, it's really a no-brainer at that point. So yeah, as you can see, Extra Deck hasn't really changed all that much from most of my other decks. If you have taken the time to go back and watch my earlier recipe videos, which I recommend you do, but I really do tend to stick to the same sort of side deck. Silent Honoric will get you out of trouble, so Castiel. But your main level 8 guys, Hope Harbinger and Sun Dragon, they are the 2 you're going to go to. They're easy to summon thanks to Galaxy, and they're just going to get the job done, and that's what you really need. I tend to focus more on Sun Dragon because he'll just obliterate, but don't count Hope Harbinger out, because that ability to shut down a magic card, that could end up just shutting down your opponent's turn and getting you to win. Borreload Dragon, he's just in all my decks. I don't use him a lot. Same with Borrowed Sword, he's a new addition. But I got him in real life now with alternate art, so I'm like, you know what, I think I deserve to put him in my deck now. I have to do it in real life, it's okay. I'm not cheating anymore. So Borrowed Sword is in there, I've yet to use him, we'll see how he works out. Now I like Halku Fibrax because he will allow you to get that tuner from your deck. Then you send the 2 of them into a link monster and you're after just piling light monsters into your graveyard, and that will allow you to summon Chaos Dragon Legionnaire. And that of course being the main game plan of this deck. You get the 3 light monsters in there, Legionnaire comes out, you make sure you have that extra monster then to special summon from your graveyard, and you've got your combos rolling out, your opponent can't stop you, game over. So as chaos decks go, I had a lot of fun making this deck. I have yet to use the entirety of the extra deck, but it's like I always say, your extra deck is about options. Once you have those options there, then you're free to call upon them when the time arises. I've yet to actually utilize Sarju Skulldread, but with an effect like that where you return, where you draw 4 cards and put 3 on the bottom of your deck, it's just a great way of just siphoning through your deck and getting the cards you need. Namely, one of the cards that might allow you to get Chaos Dragon out, because let's be honest, that's what the whole deck is based around. Now Chaos Dragon comes out, Spyro gets on the field, you've got your 2 Xyz monsters, and just no stopping you. Your opponent can't do anything. Well, okay, yeah, they could still use hand traps and whatnot, but this is the aim of the game, is just getting your Xyz monsters out, obliterating your opponent's board, and moving in for that direct attack. There's not much they can do. Chaos, boom, in the face. So, I forgot to mention, Blackluster Soldier is your stand-in for Chaos Dragon, but you're hardly gonna change out. I mean, Chaos Dragon's just a better card. Blackluster's in there as a backup. Now have Summoner Monk in there because he'll be a good way of getting your Starlight C freed out, but I don't really use it too often. Another Monster Reincarnation in case you wanted to focus more on the recovery aspect of the deck. Get the card from your graveyard back to your hand, and you can start all your combos all over again. Pot of Avarice I used to love because it puts them into the deck, it allows you to draw 2, but it's that problem of putting them back into the deck. This deck requires them to be in the graveyard so you can remove them. Putting your monsters back into the deck doesn't really help you all that much, even if it does allow you to draw 2. So don't worry about Pot of Avarice, it's only in the side deck as an option, but your main focus is the cards I've pointed out for the main deck. With these cards, it's very rare you will fail. As Chaos decks go, really impressed with this one. So, thanks very much for watching, guys. I will be making more Chaos decks. This was just my Dragon version of it, because there's just so many good Chaos cards, light and dark cards. So yeah, huge thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you think any other cards that I missed should be in here, let me know in the comments. Or if you'd like to see a deck recipe video, let me know what it is. I'll see you in the next one.